woods behind the house, and I've cleared some of this out for tactical purposes. Been here 10 years. Got the family out of Washington over a decade ago because I knew there was going to come a day when there would be economic distress, along with more than likely a high confidence level of civil unrest. But I had no idea that the back room of the government, who people call the shadow government, we called it the back room, was this evil and would bring the country down and was actually trying to destroy the Constitution. My family's enjoyed time back here, relaxing, hiking. I'm on a ridge now, and that goes down several hundred feet. But I came out here the past 6 months, and I've been getting firewood enough for 3.5, 4 years. There's some of the trees that went down, big oak trees, they're seasoning out. So there's a lot of vegetation back here. It gets very dense. But I had to make some tactical trails because I don't like the idea of people coming up on me. If this collapse does happen and they declare martial law, we're going to have two fronts. The evil feds, and some of the civilians are going to be out of control, the unprepared, lawlessness, and there's going to be rioting, looting, raping, and murdering, and they're not going to do that to my family. I won't stand for it. We're not going to go bothering anybody. We're going to be left alone, but I know evil's coming. If you want to think I'm a conspiracy theorist, you can kiss my ass, because I've seen what happened in D.C. I'm not going to say what part I came out, but it was high enough command that I know what they're doing. The FEMA camps are real. The plans with the police and the military are real. And they will pull the trigger after the pre-incident period is about to close. We'll have major critical incidents. We're going to have the post-critical incidents. That's where you see the unconstitutional acts. The martial law and the military and the federalized security forces will secure the major cities, which I'm not in. But they'll make it out here eventually. And I know them damn rioters are. And I've made this to where if I have to, I'll come out here and defend my family. I've already had a poacher arrested twice on state charges. I don't go up hunting and shooting behind people's homes within 200 foot. Criminal trespass, yes, I will do it. And I don't care what anybody thinks about it. Because if they're doing it now, it's going to get worse. This will be a quick video. End Time Watchman, Scuba Man. It's what I was telling you about. Nice little sunset. But there's going to come dark days. This continues. Look at all this firewood out here in Time and Scuba. But see how dense that gets? And this is just a portion of the scenery I had to enjoy, but it's going to have to end up a tactical situation. There's where it eventually comes out, over the ridge. The woods dissipate into a nice pasture and starts up on the other side again. It's beautiful out here, but there's plenty of resources. We're learning some of the vegetation, even though we've got 3.5 years of food and capabilities for a garden. When the food grid gets turned off under the executive orders, or shortages should they occur, this is about preparation. There's nothing about fear, and there's nothing about worry and doubt. My faith is stronger than fear. But being realistic and having seen the Homeland Security, FEMA, and DOD plans for years, I know what they're doing, provided they pull the trigger. See how nice that is out there? And I'm not bugging out. I have a right under the Constitution, and they will not abolish my rights to defend my family. People using violence, I don't care what their orientation is, whether they're sanctioned by the government or they're evil looters and murderers as civilians. We're going to stay on our property and we're going to mind our own business because we're self-sufficient, we're prepared, and we want to be left alone. But I'm not going to hear any rhetoric and stand for it about I don't have a right to defend myself. I've been in harm's way, and I've sent men in harm's way. I know what that is all about. I never actually wanted to see it come to American soil. But as things are progressing, I do not see how it's going to be anything other than civil unrest and those massive millions of feds they have amassed to be used against the American people in an ungodly, unlawful, and unconstitutional manner. They're out of control in Washington. They're preparing for this, and I pray it doesn't happen. And if it does not happen, the worst thing has happened, that I got food, water, firewood, and I'm able to protect myself, and I can go on back to a productive life and serve my country and the Constitution and defend the innocent. But I'm not bowing down to an illegitimate government, and I will not consent to the Constitution being abated and the American people suffer from that. I'm against it. I'm saying it on this video, and I have my convictions of honor and integrity, and my faith and the Constitution and the American people always came above me, and they'll do it during this hour should it happen. Like I said, this is a short video. I was going to send it privately to the End Time Watchman. I'm friends with him, and Scuba Man, I'm friends with him, but I'm going to go public with it. And it would please me nothing better if nothing ever happens on this property or this country.